What is up, YouTube? We're going to be talking about betting on player props, and I'm going to be zoning in on two of the most popular platforms out there, PrizePicks and Underdog Fantasy. So if you don't know what these sites are, they are called fantasy pick'em websites. And there's really important tips, strategies that you need to know before you start betting on them, okay? So the way these platforms work is they have fixed payouts. So a very, very simple example is on PrizePicks. Any two-pick parlay you create, you take soccer picks, NFL picks, it doesn't matter. Any two-pick parlay you create, you're always getting a 3x payout. You're betting 100 to win a $300 payout. But, really important, these payouts aren't the same from platform to platform. So as an example, for these three-pick parlays, PrizePicks, they only give you a 5x payout. So you're betting 100 to win 500. On the other hand, on Underdog Fantasy, they're giving you a 6x payout, betting 100 to win 600. So in terms of your profitability, if you're playing three-pick entries, it's a lot better to do it on Underdog Fantasy, 6x payout versus a 5x payout on PrizePicks. And PrizePicks, Underdog Fantasy, those are two of the main fantasy pick'em websites where you can bet on player props, but there are others like Jock Market and Parlay Play. So I put this little, spreadsheet together, take a screenshot, whatever's helpful. You can comment any questions. I'm not a movie producer, video editor, whatever, but I hope this video is helpful. It's really important how many picks you are going with when you're playing on these platforms. So on PrizePicks, you want to go with 5-pick flex plays. That's what's optimal. That is what is best, right? Whereas on Underdog Fantasy, you want to go with 3-pick entries, right? In general, I'm going with 3-pick entries for the 6x payout. That's most of the plays that I'm going with. My second tip is really simple. Find value in the market, right? All these platforms, PrizePicks, Underdog, all the sports books, they all have their own models spitting out lines. They all set lines independently. And sometimes their models get super out of sync with one another, right? So sometimes you can catch PrizePicks asleep at the wheel where they have an incredible line on a player. So search through the market, find value. Finding value, it's only going to help you win more slips long-term, get an edge over the books, and become profitable long-term. So here's an example of a play with value that I went with, Zorty under 41 in CSGO. Okay, you may be like, why is this such a good bet? But if you look at Parlay Play, another sports book with eSports lines, they have him at 38.5. You look at PrizePicks, they have Zorty's line at 38.5. Underdog Fantasy has their line too high relative to the rest of the market, the other sports books. I don't care what sport I'm betting on. Esports, basketball, who cares? If there's money to be made, I want to make the money. So Underdog Fantasy has Zorty's line too high relative to the other sports books. So OddsJam, the fantasy optimizer, which you can see right here, it's just telling us, hey, this is a play with value on Underdog Fantasy that you may want to look at, right? OddsJam's just reading in these tens of thousands of lines on Underdog and pointing out the top plays, the top line discrepancies. And you can see here, all the other books have Zorty's line lower at 38.5. So this seems like a great play to go with value on Underdog Fantasy. So my fourth tip is if you want to make money, this video is about making money. You should be betting on numerous sports. Everybody wants to bet on the NFL. I get it. We all love the NFL. But in eSports, there's like 50 games a day, right? So there are tons of opportunities to find great lines on PrizePicks and Underdog Fantasy as a data-driven sharp bettor. So you want to be betting on as many sports as possible because you never know where there's going to be value, where there's going to be an edge on a given day. The more sports you're betting on, the more money you're going to make on these platforms. So my fifth tip is take advantage of promos. Right? So promos, bonuses, whatever you want to call them, all these sports books run promos to try to keep users coming back to their platform. So for example, every Tuesday, PrizePicks runs a promo called Taco Tuesday, where they essentially discount a player's line, right? They give you value on a player and they're always profitable, these Taco Tuesday plays. So you should be taking advantage of them, right? Every Friday, PrizePicks gives you a risk-free bet. Your first bet of the day on Friday is risk-free, right? If you lose, you get your money back up to $20. So that's another thing you should be taking advantage of. It's another promo, and if you can't make money on promos, then you're not going to make money off these platforms long term anyways, and you should stop gambling. So take advantage of the profitable promos. Sleeper runs a lot of slash line specials. They discount certain players. So does Underdog Fantasy. You can make a good amount of money just betting these promos. Parlay Play, which is another fantasy site kind of similar to PrizePicks, they have a ton of promos as well. Every single day, you can discount any single player's line. It's called a slashed line. You can lower that player's line or increase it to get an additional point or 2 points of value. And all this is just going to help you win more of your slips, make more money long term. My final tip is get more sports books. I can't stress it enough. This is the key to becoming a profitable bettor. All these books have different sign-up offers. It takes a minute to sign up. They all have different promos, right? Like PrizePicks is Taco Tuesday. And most importantly, they all have different lines from one another. So you never know which book is going to have value or profitable bets on a given day. Sometimes there's a ton of good plays on PrizePicks. Other days it's a little slower on PrizePicks and the values on Underdog Fantasy or Jock Market or Parlay Play. So get as many of these sports books as possible. I've used over 50 sports books since I have been betting, and I promise you this is the key to success. More books, more profitable bets, more money in your pocket, okay? So I really hope you found this video helpful. Any questions you have, please drop them below. Email me, whatever. I'm here to help. Let's make some money.